So Jayne, what is it that you love about CWC Club?
Look, I love the people, obviously. It's great fun mixing with some really smart people. But interestingly, it's the opportunity to network. And when I say networking, I've been to plenty of events where really networking is just mixing with a whole bunch of people that aren't really that interested in you, and they're just wandering around with their buddies. And quite honestly, it is a bit of a boys' club. What I love about CWC is that you engage with really smart, like-minded people that are generally small businesses or generally trying to build their business and have got some really interesting things happening in their businesses. So I've seen where people can all work with each other and there's mutually beneficial opportunities. But you actually spend quality time with these people, getting to know them, and also in a fun environment over lunch with David and all his mates, which is fantastic. So I really value being part of that.
We always have good fun, don't we?
Yeah.
So Jayne, tell us a little bit about your business, JBC.
JBC, well, we're a network of passionate professionals, as I put it. Effectively a one-stop business fixer and a one-stop career fixer. I'm now CEO and I'm also a non-exec director, but I have been CFO and sales director of a multinational corporate with huge budgets. I've also been CEO of a tiny not-for-profit that struggles to pay the bills and pay the wages. So I know how bloody hard it is to identify opportunities to grow and identify issues in a business. So we've created a set of tools and simple programs and practical tips and solutions to help business owners, boards, CEOs identify the issues and fix the growth blockers and build a solid platform for growth. We've got a business health check, a career health check, which basically leads to confident commercial conversations, and we create, remove the blockers and create a platform for growth, which is with what I'd like to call 21st century governance, which supports manages the risks and supports the business, doesn't get in the way of growth.
And I know a lot of the CWC members have actually used you and it had some unbelievable results. So well done on that front.
Thanks.
So Jayne, I know that you hold a few board positions. Why don't you tell us a little bit about those?
Yep. Heart Kids, which is the only organisation that supports children born with congenital heart disease and their families. They fund vital research and they provide family support. Congenital heart disease is not a lifestyle-related problem. It is congenital, as the word suggests. It's 8 babies are born every day with congenital heart disease, and sadly 4 little lives are lost every week. Over half the beds in paediatric intensive care are filled with these kids. And I've been on the board of Heart Kids for 9 years now, helped lead it into one organisation from a federated organisation of 6. So we've now been able to lobby federal government, get $20 million of funding towards the research, which was long overdue, but is hugely appreciated. And they're now going to start funding some of our family support programs as well. But so far, we've only relied on the generosity of donors like David yourself, who dresses up as a superhero once a year to raise vital funds.
You got me into Superboss Day, Jayne, and it's been a lot of fun ever since. It's a pleasure raising money for Heart Kids.
Thank you. The other board is an organisation called Fitness Australia, which I chair. That is an organisation that supports gyms and personal trainers, but more importantly, our vision is for more Australians to be fit and healthy more often. We are working with government and other organisations to advocate and support people for 15% by 2030. The goal is for more people to be more fit and active in Australia.
Then that is definitely a good thing.
Yes, absolutely. Well overdue, well needed.
So Jayne, what does success mean to you?
I guess it means different stuff now than when I was younger. I'm now 56. It's about quality of life, work-life balance, or work-life integration really, and really spending time doing things I want, taking the roles and the clients that I really want to do, and really sticking much more strictly to my no to kids policy. It's actually working with who I want to work with, working on what I want to work on, and doing things I enjoy. It's also about being able to give back. I do spend quite a lot of my working time volunteering on a board, and being able to do that is really important to me.
Okay, so Jayne, tell us about the funniest thing that has ever happened to you in business.
Okay, there's a few funny things, but I'm not sure if I should say this, but I actually met a guy on Tinder. So that wasn't business, that's not my business. But I actually met a guy on Tinder who was definitely not material for Tinder, but he was starting up a small business, so he became a client. And I actually wrote a business plan for him, and he went and got seed funding based on what I did. So I guess that's probably pretty funny that I've found a client on Tinder.
I love it. So Jayne, if you could start again from scratch, What is it that you do differently?
Well, I'd probably make sure that I was far more prepared to invest in specialists. When I first started, I tried to do everything myself, and particularly in the areas of marketing and solutions around, websites and digital marketing, things like that. I'm not an expert in. Just trying to invest up front in that. I've done that further on down the line, and I've benefited from that, but probably up front would have been a better decision. I would have also marketed myself or sold myself better when I was in my corporate life, because I know there were a lot of people that actually, went out and spoke at functions and things while we were in corporate. I was head down, bum up doing my functional role, and probably didn't promote Jayne Blake enough. I think I could have benefited from doing that more. I think it's probably the English thing in me, it's a woman thing, don't sell ourselves hard enough, but anyway, that's something I would have done differently, because it took me longer to build up that profile after I left corporate.
Right, excellent.